Yeah, I'm in the streets now.
So Snoop Dogg said,
huh?
You know, he shouted out Jay-Z. And we know Jay-Z is busy. Everybody's busy. But I said, you know what? If it wasn't Jay-Z, who would it be? And he said, the person that was a part of Leaders of the New School, Busta Rhymes, one of the most diverse artists of the East Coast. Because I said the West Coast got to be in the building. And he said Busta Rhymes, and I said, me and Tim got to make the call because I don't, Busta might be busy too. I don't know.
When it come to this hip hop, I ain't never too busy. That's first and foremost. And number two, I don't think anybody that knows me knows how much. Not only do I love Snoop, but I respect Snoop. And I don't think people really realize how hard Snoop works. And I think people should really do their research to understand that when you really want to battle while celebrating each other, greatness and legacies and significant contributions to the art and the culture, ain't too many people could, light the dynamite stick and explode the whole universe and create a climate shift other than a me and a Snoop, especially when we come together. So, my paperwork is in, Playboy.
Wait a minute, because I see a lot of Busta versus Missy. Now how do we feel about that? I'm just telling you what people are saying in the comments. Busta versus Missy.
I mean, that's a really obvious and to be expected celebration of greatness because, I don't know if people are familiar, but it's like Missy is like my twin sister. You know what I'm saying? I look at Missy, when I see Missy, I see myself. Because Missy, she is the only person that I can actually say was as brave and was as courageous and was as outrageous and was as willing to challenge the status quo the way I was able to do it, was willing to do it. And she wasn't only willing to do it, she did it successfully. Like to this day, there is no female that can with Missy. And I'm saying that on the record. I'm not asking nobody no questions. I'm not going to argue or debate with nobody. Missy is my favorite female MC to ever exist on this planet. And that's not taken away from anything that was before her, because obviously a lot of what was before me and Missy is what inspired me and Missy. Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson and Prince and, that level and that caliber of performance and character and George Clinton and, Bootsy Collins and James Brown, like, we was after that level of show. You know what I'm saying?
So, but what makes you versus Snoop special?
Because there's nothing obvious about what me and Snoop is going to come with. See, me and Missy got similarities with the characters. And we got similarities with the outrageous outfits. Like, even if you compare us not only on a music level, but on a visual level, right? There's a lot of things that we've done that you can see that we come from a particular bloodline.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you can see that you almost know what to expect.
Hold on, Fadia from Instagram said Busta versus Missy makes so much sense.
Who said that?
Busta versus Missy makes so much sense, and he's not scared of going against a woman.
Oh, not at all.
Just saying.
Let me explain something to you. The only woman that would be worth a challenge to me would be Missy. It is what it is. I wouldn't waste my time. And again, it's not a disrespect to no other woman, but Missy is not just a female genius. She's a genius, period. Like I'm actually gonna be. I'm gonna put it to you like this. Yeah, give me a Coke Heineken or something. Thank you. Yo,
so if Missy wanted to go, if Missy wanted to go, what was the zone?
If Missy wanted to go against me, I'm doing it.
That's right.
But this is my. But let me finish making my point.
Celebrate with you.
If Missy wanted to celebrate with me, it is an automatic green light. But
got it.
But what I'm saying is, again, I gotta do like for me. I would love to do the Snoop thing first because Snoop got a different level of clever going on. Snoop different with the clever. Like Snoop is dangerous, bro. Snoop dangerous as hell because quiet as kept, Snoop might have outworked everybody. Quietly, Snoop might have outworked everybody. Snoop's work ethic is so unmatched. And I don't think people realize that. Like, yo, Snoop does everything. Snoop is a vampire in films. Snoop is with Martha Stewart on TV. Snoop. He done rhymed in every group, from Death Row to Dog Pound to East Siders to like
big facts.
Yo, there's so much different. Snoop got his hands in. Snoop a football coach. Snoop is like he got a trillion different hats that people. Snoop is a game show host. Like I don't think people really understand how much. And I'm just talking about on a rap level that Snoop got in a stash that might not even and may not have ever been on your radar. And that's the excitement for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't think people got as many. Snoop might got 20 albums and don't even realize that.
No Limit Zone too.
Huh?
He got the No Limit Zone too.
I didn't even touch on that, but that's what I'm saying. It's so countless that I don't really think people really sing praise to Snoop in the
Because I asked Snoop this question too.
Yeah.
What would be your first song that you play celebrating Snoop? And it could change. It could change.
That's a good question, son. Because I ain't gonna front. There's so many Snoop moments. It wouldn't be, I couldn't name one first song. I would have to name about 3 or 4. If I could name the 3 or 4, then I'll do that. But I can't name one.
Name the 3 or 4. Name the 3 or 4.
Just so Basquiat piece around your neck too, with all due respect.
This the Warhol one. This the Warhol.
Excuse me.
I gave Nas the Basquiat. Yeah, this the Warhol.
I love that.
Thank you, King. You got hip hop. You got hip hop around your neck right now.
I mean, you know, this is the regular, but you know, every now and then it's beautiful when you could pull out, you know, one that the kings get buried in the tombs with. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's. I'm looking at the comments, and everybody said they want to do a poll vote.
They want to what?
They want to do a poll vote. Everybody
vote?
said do the poll and let the people decide. I'm seeing this.
Of who I should be up with, of who I should.
Yeah, you got 2 options: Missy versus Busta, Busta versus Snoop. I'm just looking at the comments.
Wow.
You know, it's about 40,000 of us just communicating after the battle.
Wow.
The people want the poll. But
I mean,
whether it's Snoop or Missy, let's just say it's Snoop, which I would love. I got my West, because we need the West Coast, and I would love to see the West Coast in Verzuz, for sure.
I ain't gonna front. I've been in that direction a little more so myself, because you know, again, I'm a lot more familiar with running towards the challenges that make me a little more uncomfortable than not. Like that's what I've done.
So you feel that you're more familiar with Missy versus the southpaw that Snoop's gonna come to you with. Snoop is gonna challenge you a little more, you feel, because you and Missy grew up in the same family in that same zone.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I respect that. I like that. I like the unexpectedness of Snoop and Busta. I like Missy versus Mary.
I like Missy versus Mary too, but I want to hear Missy. See, Missy bars is a little dangerous too. Like, don't let the antics misconstrue the fact that Missy got bars.
Big bars.
She will bust your ass too on some rap. So I personally need Missy.
Hold on, we might need Missy versus Lauryn Hill.
I with that. See, the only problem I have with that though, Lauryn Hill catalog ain't long, son. You know, outside of the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, as powerful as that album is, I don't know if her catalog could compete with Missy. Missy got.
Yeah, but it's 20 zones. Lauren got 20 zones.
Okay.
And even Missy,
between
Missy and Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim got a 20 that's serious.
Yeah, you right. You absolutely right about that. I mean, I ain't mad at that neither.
I'm just giving out zones, but the 3 or 4 that you would play if it was Snoop. Let's get back to that.
Okay.
Cause that was special.
First and foremost, Deep Cover was such a climate shifting movement because I don't think we ever heard of. First of all, Snoop introduced a tone vocally to the game that the game has never heard or experienced with just the way his voice octave is naturally. Like just the way he sounded, it was almost like, oh my God, what is really happening here? You know what I'm saying? So Deep Cover is one of my favorites from Snoop.
And if he played Deep Cover, what you gonna answer Deep Cover with? Woo!
Busta Rhymes?
Oh yes.
Well, I'm really. If Snoop came with Deep Cover first for me, I would probably have to come back with like. I might have to come with a Me and Swiss special. I might have to come with a Tear the Roof Off or like that, son.
Not after Deep Cover, and I love the record that we did. We can't do Tear the Roof Off after Deep Cover.
I mean, that's what you feel, but the problem is,
I feel if he played Deep Cover, you gotta hit him with the dum.
I guess if you match in octaves, that's cool. But
yes.
See, I'm a showman on stage, right? And I know if me and Snoop did them 2 records on stage, right? Well, my energy is gonna be on that stage to that song.
No, you gotta play. He played Deep Cover. You better play Scenario. What are we talking about? Are you crazy? What? Don't be crazy in here.
Hey, yo, Swiss.
He come with Deep Cover. You come with
Swiss.
As I combine with the good and divine healer. Bring it back on rewind. Powerful insight. Boom for the cannon.
You gotta let me throw my curveballs. I'm not giving away on this phone call with you, Playboy.
Okay.
Don't ask me when I'm coming back. You gotta say that.
Okay. You just threw me way off. You threw me way off. I can't lie.
Make sure you understand Swiss beats because I'm not like sound clash, you know.
Yeah, big sound.
He come like bomb cloud, sound clash.
I see Bus. I see Usher in the comments making a lot of references. Who do we see Usher celebrating with?
Usher celebrates with. Usher should celebrate with.
I see Usher versus Chris Brown.
He gotta go with Chris Brown.
I see Usher versus Chris Brown. I see a lot of Usher versus Timberlake, but for the culture.
Listen, man. Usher and Chris Brown gotta be it, man. That's it.
Everybody tell Usher.
You asking my opinion, I'm giving it to you, big bro.
Usher versus Chris Brown?
I don't want to see no Usher and Justin Timberlake. I want to see Usher and Chris Brown.
Why you don't want to see Usher and... So somebody said Usher versus Trey Songz. I don't...
I don't know. I think Usher and Chris Brown, they got a lot of them. They got a lot more of them tempo records that go toe to toe with each other to me, bro.
We might got to do a poll with that too. Usher versus who?
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
Because Usher been ready for the verses a long time, and you know, I think the male R&B is time as well.
It's absolutely time.
Usher versus who? Is it Usher versus Chris Brown? Is it Usher versus JT, Justin Timberlake? I think those two. I don't. And I vibe with Trey Songz, by the way. That's my guy. But I just think that Usher versus Chris Brown is dynamic. Usher versus Justin Timberlake could be crazy. A lot of people saying Chris Brown versus Drake.
You know what? I think I might have to change my opinion on that. I forgot that Justin Timberlake, you know, once he got into his real solo zone, he definitely started heating up, especially amongst our people with Pharrell in them. You feel me? He definitely
Timberland and Pharrell.
In our community of music, amongst black folks and the so-called urban community, Justin Timberlake definitely started to sizzle with Pharrell and Chad, and I can't front on that. They got a mean catalog together, and I can't front. Timberland and Justin is a very dangerous. Them two Timberland, you gave Justin Timberlake a few things that I wanted for my goddamn self, bruh. All right, Timberland. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
B Dot said, what did B Dot say? Where did he just go? Busta Rhymes versus Fat Joe. Only way.
I want all of that smoke. Fat Joe, I love you, but I'm with all of the smoke too. And Fat Joe, you're going to stop acting like you don't want to do this. You better get in this field with us and let's dance. Come on, Joe Crack. Come on, Crack. We violators, Playboy. Joe Crack, we are violators. You mean? You got to come in this shit and violate. That's what we do. Ain't taking no back talk from you neither. Crack, come get in this shit and dance.
I see a lot of J. Cole versus Kendrick Lamar in there too, though.
I think that's an amazing battle. I think J. Cole and Kendrick is amazing. I mean, you know, people already anticipating a duet album from them for some time. That conversation piece been in the works for a few years. You know what I'm saying? People want us. They already put them two toe-to-toe-ish with each other.
But you know what I respect about you is that every name that I said, Busta Rhymes versus, you said, I'm with all the smoke. I respect that. I respect that part of your craftsmanship and your love for music. I respect that.
Yo, Swiss, let me just.
LL is in the comments right now.
Oh, that's and another so fellow violation.
They said LL versus Ice Cube.
That is listen, that is unbelievably incredible. Just for the record,
LL, what we doing?
I was trying to get my request in for you to answer me when you and Snoop was talking, and when I seen what Snoop was saying, not only do I agree with Snoop, but I'm speaking from firsthand experience. When Ice Cube left NWA, leaders of the new school was waiting our turn to be put on by Public Enemy. And at the time, I was about 15 years old. And we used to go to this studio in Hempstead, Long Island. When I moved from Brooklyn to Long Island, and in Hempstead, Long Island, the studio headquarters for Public Enemy, the address was 5 South Franklin in Hempstead, Long Island. All right? And at that time, you came to Long Island in Hempstead with Sir Jinx. They started working on that America's Most Wanted album with Eric Vietnam Sadler, Keith Shockley, Hank Shockley.
Fat Joe saying talk bus. He in the comments.
Listen, I was sitting in there in the hallway in the staircase. Me, C. Brown, and Dinko. We would have a studio session booked. like 5 o'clock in the evening. They got a little Chinese restaurant right across the street. And we would sit there and we would go and get our little $5 4-piece chicken wings and French fries. To be eating for Hank Shockley and Chuck and them to pull up and Keith in Vietnam. And then show up sometime like around 9, 10 o'clock. And they're coming there with Q and Jinx. And turn around and tell us, y'all got to go home tonight. We working with Ice Cube. And we used to be so heartbroken by that. But what it did in the process was it gave us a tough skin that allowed us not only to show how determined we was to get off we wanted to get off, but it also gave us the tough skin to show how determined we were, and we were not accepting that. We're not just telling them to go home and thinking we going home and that was going to be it. Nah, we would go home, we come back the next day. We watch come back and work. We watching that America's Most album get made f***ing scratch, bro. Green Street Studios, 510 South Franklin and Hempstead, Long Island, and all of that was happening. Cube was putting his arm around us.
So who you got, Cube or LL? Let's get to the smoke.
You talking about gutter?
I'm talking about period. Cube versus LL.
I don't know if I could call that right now. Because let me tell you something. Number one, LL was known as the massacre other MCs on some battle. And he was doing it on features. And he was doing it on records that he was putting out.
But then he got Around the Way Girl and doing it well too.
But that's what I was going to say. He was known for massacring on records, and he was known for giving you the biggest records for the ladies on records. And that's where he might have an edge on Cube, because Cube ain't really make records for chicks too tough. You know what I'm saying? But Cube had a production.
Usher said LL versus Busta.
I'm with that smoke too. We both violent. And we both Smiths. I'm Mr. Smith and he's Mr. Smith. I mean, he's big bro, Mr. Smith, but I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep it a buck too, though. My first rhyme I ever wrote, I was trying to be like LL. The rhyme was called Pulse Rate. I'm gonna spit it real quick. My pulse rates of the hearts will increase by the beats. When acknowledged by the listeners, the fresh lyrics I speak. Vocal tones of my voice increase with an extension. To approach or so exceed the fresh lyrics I will mention. See, the whole cadence in that, and the attempt to try to use big words, that was me really on some super LL fan with an LL shrine in my bedroom. Hung up all of his Word Up magazine pictures and Black Beat magazine pictures in my bedroom. LL was like the dude we all wanted to be like. And he ain't never stopped being that dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm still
that guy.
I'm still trying to be.
Busta's with all the smoke.
I'm with it all. I'm with it all.
The smoke.
I'm with it all. Listen, bro. Not only am I with all the smoke, when I go to the club or I'm at the airport, I sit in the smoking section. What is we talking about, man? I sit in the smoking section.
I'm gonna tag. Yo, King, we gonna set it up for the verse. I'm gonna tag Usher, and he's a big top. Usher, pick up. Don't run from the smoke now.
Yo, Swiss, I love you. I'm here, and I'm ready to go. Snoop Dogg, you are one of my favorites ever to exist on this planet. Not only as an MC, as a human being, as a father, as a source of inspiration. LL, so are you. Ice Cube, so are you. Timberland, you and Swiss as well. Missy Elliott, of course. Congratulations to Nelly and Luda tonight. Serious. All right?
Big zones. Love you, King. I like that you with the smoke. We're going to get you up on here so you can break those records.
Oh, that's a fact, brother. And it don't matter what date you want to announce. I'm prioritizing this one here. Let's get
go.
to it.
Let's get it. All right, King. Love.
We caught Prophet Muscle. He knocked him out in the street, KSI.
I got trained by Roger Mayweather, Crazy Temple next.
I'm the son of Roger Mayweather.
Roger, tell these motherfuckers subscribe to the Prophet channel.
Prophet Muscle.
Subscribe for more, bro.